Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined back by the one, the only Miss Tabatha Coffey.
Yay! I'm so excited you had me back.
Tabatha,
I mean,
like,
seriously,
do you understand? Like, you could just come every week if you really want. Like, I'm not going to argue with that.
that'd be fun. I would love to do a podcast, but yeah, I just don't want to do it by myself and do all that. So I'll just come back whenever you want me.
You can like have a recurring segment on here. We need to think
Okay.
of like we could do a
Oh,
business
I've got it.
segment.
No, I've got it. We'll do what would Tabitha do?
I like that because at least we're going to get the real. I mean, as relating to what? Just life's issues
Just
or
whatever. Just whatever. I mean, God knows I have an opinion, so whatever. We could do I'm gobsmacked, the shit that gobsmacks me on a daily basis.
and then you could just take notes between the week of like what you might want to talk about.
Totally.
I like this idea. Listen,
Okay.
we are always moving and shaking here behind the velvet rope. The executive producer in me is like seeing stars right now. Well, what else is going on? How are things today across the river in New Jersey?
Things today are fine. No, everything is fine. Look, I can't complain. It was a shit show a couple of weeks ago. I got flooded in that insane hurricane that we had. So I lost like kind of everything,
Really? Like
which was
everything.
my car, all my clothes, all my equipment. Yeah, my basement was just a river ran through it. It was like, yeah, it was crazy.
But yet you're smiling. You're kind of like me. Like that's how I am. I'm like, this is what happened, and what do you
Well, I mean,
want from
shit
me?
happens, right? Like shit. Yeah, there were things. It was really interesting actually because I lost all my press, which means nothing, right? Like it means absolutely nothing. But all my photographs and press and shit that I've done and photo shoots that I've done and everything was floating around and just I tried for a minute to salvage it and peel it apart and I was like, this is just moronic. Throw the shit out. You know you did it. No one else knows. No one else cares. Move on. So yeah.
I know I've gotten like the amount of pictures and things I save as I get older is so much less every year because I'm just like, I don't look at
Um,
anything
yeah.
ever.
Same. Same.
It's like a sick security blanket, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you lost that you're most upset about?
Alexander McQueen. like
Well, I mean,
and
that's
again,
understandable.
like really stupid. You know, I love my clothes and I spent a lot of money on them because I could at the time. And to see them floating in and it's all crap, right? Like anyone that has gone through it, it's dirt, so it's mud and just shit from outside. And I tried to salvage things, but they shrunk and then like mold happened. So as I was throwing away some shoes, because I like my shoes, and a few pieces, I was like, oh. And then again, I was like, it's clothing. Who gives a fuck, right? People have it so much worse. Everyone in my block lost everything. So we were all like commiserating and going, yeah, my car's gone too. Yeah, this is gone too. Whatever.
Oh my, I mean, I'm just like picturing you, not to make light of it, but like with the water like up to your neck and just the clothes over here, the press over here,
Yeah,
just
it
trying to
was,
grab.
that's okay. I need the reinvention tour. So the reinvention tour means that I get to do the next version of me with maybe different clothes and some color. Who knows?
Well, you have a little green on today, so you're
I'm
starting,
hoping I am.
but you're going to stay with McQueen. You're not going to venture that far off.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not, I don't care that much anymore.
I get it.
I'm not into it. I'm really not. I mean, it's lovely. I adore, um, I adore talent, and McQueen is talented, and Sarah Burton is amazing, and all the designers that now have taken over his brand are just amazing. And I love their passion and their vision, and the work that they do is impeccable, and I appreciate it. But I don't know if I'm into it that much anymore.
I get it. I get it. Maybe with age, like we're all getting older. I mean, I'm saying myself too, or maybe COVID. Like I feel COVID has changed me a little bit like that.
I
Me
think
personally.
COVID has changed everyone in some ways, and it just seems such superficial bullshit, right? If you're
Yeah.
going to judge me because I've got that suit on and that's going to make me better, then I'm doing something really badly as a human. That's the attraction.
I get it. Right. I listen, I totally get it. Well, switching gears for a second. You know, you were at Bravo in the beginning, more or less, and there's so
Mm.
many reboots happening these days. I mean, Jersey Shore has come back and it is a ratings blockbuster. The Hills has come back. Okay ratings. Do you think like it's time to reboot Tabatha's Takeover, Tabatha's Salon Takeover, Tabatha's Relative Success, any combination of those shows?
I would come back in a heartbeat if I was allowed come back as the woman that I am today. It's rare for me. That's simple, right? Like I loved every piece of my history on Bravo. I loved. Were there some shitty things that happened? Absolutely. That's life. Were there some amazing things? Absolutely. And I loved it. I'm not the same person. Like I've just gone, I'm a different businesswoman now. I'm a different human being. I'm a different woman. I have so much more experience than I had then. I look at things differently. I've had some really shitty personal things happen in my life that has really changed me remarkably for the better. So there were blessings in the bad. Um, and I don't want to go back and try and recreate that other version of me because that would be disingenuous to who I am now. And I don't think it would be great for anyone to watch because it would be so fake.
How have you changed as a business person?
I have, I think I always knew this, and the show really taught me this because it was never really about the business. It was about the business, but it wasn't. It was always about the people. It was about the humans in the business. It was about the communication or getting in their own way or feeling like they weren't good enough or being too afraid to say what they wanted or confront their staff or whatever it was. It was all the emotional stuff. Um, and when you could try and get people to change that perspective and change some of that emotional stuff, the outcome was their business was better because they were better, right? It all works together. And I used to have a very black and white perspective because I can put my emotions in buckets really easily. Not necessarily the healthiest thing, not something that everyone can do, but I am great at it, right? What I realized, honestly, from the show and then just what I've been doing since the show is that's that's not great for us, and it doesn't make for a great business. So I look at it in a really 360 way. If you're not feeling great about who you are, if you're having these self-doubts and all this crap is coming up for you, yeah, I can teach you how to sell more product and teach your teams better and market yourself and do branding and all of these things. But you're still going to operate from the thing of, I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough, I've got imposter syndrome, I'm whatever it is that you have. So you're still not going to be successful. It's just that simple. So that's changed, right? And there are nuances to it. And um, I'm tougher in some ways than I used to be, but I'm much softer in some ways than I used to be. And that's great. I love that. But I know, like, for your go back to the show premise, I know that everyone wants me to go on and be the bitch that they want me to be and be all those things. Um, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do it how I am now in my version, my way, which will still be effective, which will still have drama because we're humans and there's drama, but yeah, in a different way.
I was gonna say, well, a few things. First of all, it sounds like you're a softer, kinder, gentler version of Tabatha. I mean, just from that.